Welcome to the 22nd module of the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation. In this module, we are going to learn about sex determination. What do you mean by sex? Whether it is male or female. So, how is sex determined in organisms? Dear children, it was indeed a puzzle to the genetist how the sex in an organism is determined, and the clues for sex determination was obtained due to the experiments conducted in insects, and that gave us the evidence that the sex determination is controlled, or it is having a genetic or a chromosomal basis. The contribution to sex determination can be credited to Henking. Henking, in the year 1891, he conducted cytological studies. What do you mean by cytological studies? Studies which is based on cell. And those cytological studies, it gave Henking an observation that at the time of spermatogenesis, what does the name spermatogenesis? Genesis means origin, and sperm means the male gamete. At the time of spermatogenesis in many organisms, it was observed by Henking that 50% of the sperms, at the time of spermatogenesis means formation of sperms, 50% of the sperms showed the presence of a specific structure. Okay, at the time of spermatogenesis, 50% of the sperms, it showed the presence of a specific structure in the sperms, in the nucleus of the sperms. Whereas 50% of the sperms lacked that specific structure. And due to this observation, he called that specific structure as X body. It was called as X body. Henking gave that specific structure which was seen at the time of spermatogenesis in certain insects, in which 50% of the sperms showed the presence of the specific structure, whereas 50% of the sperms did not show or lacked the presence of that specific structure, and he gave the name as X body. And later, the X body came to be known as the X chromosome. So X chromosome is nothing but the X body, which was discovered by Henking in the year 1891. And there are different types of sex determination in different types of organisms, and that we are going to study in this module. First, we are going to learn about the sex determination in some types of insects, namely the grasshopper. We know what a grasshopper is. It comes under arthropoda. So we are going to learn how sex is determined in grasshoppers, and the type of sex determination is called as XXXO type of sex determination. The number of chromosomes in grasshoppers is 24 chromosomes, or it can be written as 12 pairs of chromosomes. 24 chromosomes or 12 pairs. We know in diploid organisms there are two sets of chromosomes. That's why we write it as pairs. So 24 chromosomes or 12 pairs. And it is interesting to note that males have only 23 chromosomes. The number of chromosomes present in males is only 23. Now let us understand the production of gametes and after fertilization how sex is determined. Females are homozygous pair, that is XX. Females are a homozygous similar pair of X chromosome XX, whereas males are a dissimilar pair. It is heterozygous. It is XO. Okay, so now we understand why there is only 23 chromosomes. If we represent it, the autosomes are represented as AA. What do you mean by autosomes? The other chromosomes other than the chromosomes which determine sex. The chromosomes which determine sex are called as the sex chromosomes, whereas the chromosomes which determine the other characters are called as the autosomes. So the autosomes can be represented as AA. So a female can be represented as AA plus XX. Is it clear? Whereas here in males it is autosomes plus XO. So the males are represented as autosomes plus XO. Now let us understand the meiosis process or production of gametes. So following the principles of segregation, they separate from each other so that each gamete receives only one sex chromosome. Is it clear? So here it is the eggs. Each egg has only one X chromosome. Whereas for the production of sperms, we can see half of the sperms receive the X chromosome, whereas half of the chromosome lack the X chromosome. Half of the sperms have an X chromosome, whereas half lack an X chromosome. It is not having the X chromosome. So at the time of fertilization, if the sperm fertilizes the X containing egg, it results in XX. And if it is fertilized by, if the egg is fertilized by a sperm which is lacking the X chromosome, it will result in XO. Is it clear? So what is its genotype? XX. So this is a female and XO is a male. So here what determines the sex? It is determined by which type of sperm is fertilizing the egg. If the sperm containing the X chromosome fertilizes the egg, all the eggs are having the X chromosome. All the eggs are having the X chromosome, whereas half of the sperms have the X chromosome, whereas half of the sperms lack the X chromosome. So the sex is determined by the type of sperm which comes and fertilizes the egg. And there are two types of sperms, X containing sperms and X lacking sperms, whereas all the eggs have the X chromosome. So the sex in the case of grasshopper is determined by which type of sperm is coming and fertilizing the eggs. Hope it is clear for you. So this is about XX and X0 type of sex determination which is seen in grasshoppers.